What up, peeps? KgDrifty's in the building. I'm here to bring you guys some more Modern Warfare Warzone tips and strategies. In today's video, I'm here to be giving you guys a best class setup for the CR-56 in Warzone. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Now, starting off with the very first attachment for the CR-56 that I use is the XRK Zodiac. And the reason why that I recommend using this barrel just because it has increased damage and also increased range. And with that increased damage, it gives you a 2 to 3 to 4 shot armor break when you're shooting people with armor, and then it downs people within 2 shots. That's what makes this gun so overpowered. The gun is very, very well balanced, and I think it's probably one of the most overpowered in Warzone. And then that damage increase gives you such a benefit to when your gunfights, especially if you get the first shot and if all your shots are connecting and if you're hitting every last one of them. And then going on with the second attachment that I use, and that is the underbarrel. The underbarrel I use is the Commando foregrip. I personally like using the Commando foregrip just because it helps me aim in a lot faster compared to the other underbarrels. And I said this before in my other class setups, and just because the Commando foregrip it feels less heavy. And then when I'm in that gunfight, because I'm more of a Russian type of player, when I'm in those gunfights, I can easily get my weapon up, get the first shot, and then end up winning the gunfight. So I do highly recommend using Commando foregrip, especially if you're more of a rushing type of player. But if you like to be more of a person that like to sit back, you can try to use like Merc foregrip or the other foregrips. But just for me, I recommend using Commando foregrip just because you get that aim down the sight speed, and it makes it a whole lot better. And on top of that, it's still very accurate. So I do highly recommend using that. And then the next thing that I use is the 45 round mag. Obviously, having the most mags is very, very useful with the weapons. And on top of that, it helps you win. It helps you take out 2 to 3 guys without worrying about reloading. And on top of that, the gun runs out pretty damn fast when it's a basic clip. I think it holds, 30 to 25. I think 25. I don't know. But that 45 round mag makes a complete big difference, especially in multiplayer and especially in Warzone. Especially when you need to knock the enemy's shield down. That 45 round mag will help you win a lot of the gunfights and at least take out bigger crowds when you're in multiple gunfights. Now, the next attachment that I use is the rear grip, and that is, I don't know what it is. I think it's a CRK or the XRK. I think it's the XRK. The XRK CR-56, and I like using it just because it also helps increases the aim down the sight speed. So like I said before, when you're a type of rushing type of player, when you see that enemies, you have that aim down the sight speed advantage. So it makes it a lot easier to get that shot off and win more of your gunfights. So I do highly recommend using that. And then last but not least, with the perk, I use sleight of hand. I like using sleight of hand for the CR-56 just because the CR-56 reloads very slowly. I don't really like the reload speed of the gun. So I think that sleight of hand comes extremely big handy, especially when you have that 45 round mag. So when you find yourself after you get out that gunfight from knocking down the armor, especially if you're going against multiple people, you can reload your gun a lot faster, and you already be ready to go and counter to your next gunfight. So there you guys have it. That is the attachments that I do use for the CR-56. And then going on with the class itself, for the secondary, I use the RPG just because there's no other good secondary attachment to use in Warzone. So my boy put me on this, shout out to you, Leroy, but my boy put me on the RPG, and the RPG is extremely overpowered. The RPG will help you out clearing out enemies from long distances, destroying cars, obviously, and also help you clear out a building close range. That's if you don't fire the missiles hella close up. And then the perks that I use is EOD, Ghost. Obviously everybody use Ghost, so you can get away from the UAV, and then EOD protect you from explosives. And I do use AMP just because it takes a very long time to reload. It takes a long time to swap weapons when you're using an RPG. But you can also use what's that one part? I forgot what it's called, where you can heal your teammate up a lot faster. That would be very useful when you're in duos or if you're in trios or quads. But like I said, I like to use AMP just because when you have that RPG, switching to your weapon is very, very slow. So I do highly recommend using AMP, especially if you're a type of person that uses RPG. Then going on with the lethals, I use the C4 because the C4 is very reliable. And then I also use for the tactical, I use a stun grenade. I like using stun grenades just because it helps me out with my gunfights when I need to clear out a building. If it's a group of them, I can get that stun. I can knock them, at least knock maybe 1 to 2 people down, and then I can run. So stun is extremely, extremely useful. I know a lot of people use heartbeat sensor. I don't like using it just because people like to use Ghost in Warzone, and Ghost is heavily used in Warzone. So I do highly recommend using stun grenade. That just works best for me. But at the end of the day, whatever is your preference when it comes down to the lethal and the tactical is really up to you. But there you guys have it. That is the class setup that I use for Warzone. I hope you guys enjoy this class setup. I hope this class setup is very useful. If it worked out for you guys, comment below, let me know. Tell me what other guns that you want me to cover and what other guns you want me to make a class setup video for you guys for Warzone. I hope you guys enjoy it. More great videos coming soon, and I will see you guys in the next one.